I ran. I don't remember when I started or how long I'd been sprinting. Just that something behind me was screaming. No, not screaming, mimicking a scream, like it had heard a human once and decided to wear the sound like a mask. My flashlight is dead, my hands were bleeding, and I was alone. At least I thought I was. I'm not a superstitious guy. I've done solo hikes all across Montana, British Columbia, even the edge of the Arctic Circle. But last month, I took a trip to a remote stretch of a forest near the Canadian border. It's land the locals won't touch. They call it Hunger's Spine. I thought that was just some backwoods name to keep the tourists away. I was wrong. My plan was to spend 4 nights alone, just me and my gear. I documented similar trips in my blog before, but this one was different from day one. There were no animal sounds, no birds, not even insects, just silence, the kind that isn't peaceful, the kind that watches you. On the second night, I found deep claw marks on a tree near my camp, too high up to be a bear. I took a photo. That was the last image my camera ever recorded. It stopped working after that. The screen just showed static. Then the dream started. Each night I'd see antlers, massive ones, inhumanly wide, buried in shadows. I never saw what wore them, just heard the crunch of the bones beneath hooves. By the third day, I knew I wasn't alone. I saw shapes move between trees, tall, thin, but too fast to track. And sometimes at night I'd hear something whispering in a voice that sounded like mine. It wasn't until I found the other campsite that I truly panicked. Torn tents and blood in the snow. No bodies, just a journal half frozen with 3 words repeated over and over. It's not dead. That night I didn't sleep. I didn't even zip up my tent. I just sat with a knife in one hand and a flare in the other. Around 3 a.m. I heard footsteps. Heavy, slow. I stepped out of the tent and everything stopped. Not a sound, not even wind. Then I saw it, 20 feet away, pale, emaciated, towering antlers that scraped the branches. Its face was stretched, not like skin, more like a skull trying to remember how to be human. And then it spoke, not with words, but with a voice in my head that wasn't mine. I didn't say anything. I understood. It just felt like hunger. I dropped the flare and I ran. They found me a week later, naked, half frozen on the side of the mountain trail, babbling nonsense. I don't remember how I got here, just flashes and bones, trees that moved, my own voice calling out from the darkness. I'm telling you this now from inside a security facility. They say I'm recovering, that there was no creature, no Wendigo. But last night I heard it again, outside my window, scraping its antlers along the glass. And then it said my name. Now, you stay safe out there, Wolfpacks.